All right. Well, so I did this meditation focus for my Sunday meditation group, and I'd like to share it with you as well. Because what I had been thinking about, well, kind of two things simultaneously. The first, generally the what we're focusing on here with this meditation is surrender. And there's lots of ways we can think about that. But the way that I found was the most, I don't know, that got to the heart of it the most directly was thinking about, I don't know if you've ever practiced uh, yoga or hatha yoga, where you practice the postures, the yoga postures. But at the end of that, there's something called shavasana. If you've been to a yoga class or you've practiced yoga, then you have practiced shavasana. That's at the end. It's also called corpse pose, where you lay flat on your back, and it's not supposed to be where you're just so exhausted that you just lay there. It's a time that's designed to integrate everything that you've just been practicing there. But then also, if we go even a little bit deeper, in Ananda Yoga, the affirmations, I'm sorry, the yoga postures have affirmations that accompany them. And so when I was practicing some of this and learning it, and so this is Ananda Yoga was developed by Swami Kriyananda through the teachings of his guru Paramhansa Yogananda, and then the lessons I was following was from Nayaswami Gyandev McCord, who is he's a longtime yogi and yoga teacher and practitioner, and he's actually one of the co-founder of the Yoga Alliance. So this comes with good good credibility. um, and so when you're lying on your back there, the affirmation is, I'll let you hear it just one time, and then we'll practice it at the end of our time here. Practice the affirmation, which is bones, muscles, movement. I surrender now. Anxiety, elation, and depression, churning thoughts, all these I give into the hands of peace. So I had been practicing this for a while, and I just recently went back in and reread uh, Nayaswami Gyandev's writing about this affirmation, and he was talking about it at three levels, whereby the surrender at the first level is physical, bones, muscles, movement. I surrender now. And then anxiety, elation, and depression. So he was saying that that's surrender at the emotional level. Churning thoughts, that's surrender at the mental level. All these I give into the hands of peace, and that's the spiritual aspect there. So I was just thinking about that and thinking specifically about, for example, anxiety. That's when we're thinking ahead, when we're worrying, when we're thinking we can control something just by thinking about it over and over and over again. Um, and we surrender that. Elation. Elation, to me, that's where we're putting our happiness on something outside of ourselves, on conditions outside of ourselves, externally being to our preference. Again, trying to control, but so we surrender that. Elation and depression. So that elation and depression, that's kind of speaks to that. We've talked about equanimity before, where you kind of don't get too high, don't get too low. But depression is what? Depression is when we're depressed, that's sadness, when we're thinking regretfully, maybe about the past. So we surrender that. And then the churning thoughts, and that's the just again the that's what we're quieting. That's what we're seeking to quiet here with this technique that we're going to practice. Um, the Hong Sau technique, which we'll practice now. So let's just let's just place our hands on our belly, and do just a moment or two of belly breathing. If you want to take an inhale through your nose into your belly, you'll feel your hand rise if you're doing it right. And then as you exhale, you'll feel your hand fall. On the rhythm of your own breath, just allowing some breaths go into your belly. Once you think you've got it, you're going to move your hand from your belly. At this point, see if your inhales and your exhales want to be drawn just a little bit longer. Keep it relaxed and natural and easy, breathing into the belly. Just kind of resetting the nervous system here at the start. A few more breaths like that. You can close down the eyes gently if they're not already closed. Good. Take a normal breath in and out. And let go of the breath. Don't control it or guide it in any way. Just allow the breath to come naturally. Lips are closed gently. So the natural breath is flowing in and out of the nose. Sit with an upright spine. Raise the chest slightly. Relax the shoulder blades. Relax the shoulders. Gently draw the shoulder blades together so you're sitting up nice and tall. Chin is level with the floor. Eyes are closed gently. Soften your eyelids. Soften your eyes behind your eyelids. Relax your face. Relax your jaw. Allow your tongue to fall away from the roof of your mouth. Place your hands at the juncture of thighs and abdomen with palms facing up. Behind your closed eyelids, gently draw your gaze upward toward the point between your eyebrows. You're not crossing your eyes, you're not straining. It's a gentle, uplifted gaze. Gazing upward at the spiritual eye, seeking to uplift consciousness in this meditation. Keeping the gaze there throughout the meditation as often as you can remember to keep them there while you focus on your breath. Begin to notice your breath. You may notice it just mechanically at first in your belly or your chest. Noticing the natural flow of the breath in the nose. See if you can locate the spot in your nostrils where you can feel the air passing. You may just notice your breath at the edges of your nostrils, or maybe you can notice it a little bit higher. See how high in the nose you can notice your breath. And you can begin the Hong Sau mantra to help you concentrate, to give your mind something to say, and to send a vibration of peace throughout your consciousness. When you notice yourself inhale, say just in your mind, without moving tongue, lips, or teeth, Hong, Hong, Hong. And when you notice yourself exhale, say just in your mind, Saw, Sau, Saw. Hong on the inhale, Saw on the exhale. Not controlling the breath with the mantra in any way. Simply accompany the natural breath with the mantra. Hong Sau means I am spirit. Don't focus on the meaning. Simply allow your mind to repeat the mantra, sending that vibration through your consciousness. If you notice your mind wandering off to thoughts or trains of thought, notice, and then gently but firmly come back to your breath and your mantra. Resolve now to concentrate as best you can on your breath, with the eyes gently uplifted toward the point between the eyebrows. Good. You can add the third and final component of the Hong Sau technique, a slight movement of the right index finger. When you notice yourself inhale and you say in your mind Hong, gently curl your right index finger toward your palm. And when you notice yourself exhale and you say in your mind Saw, allow that finger to extend back out. This will give your body something to do and help you to concentrate. Hong on the inhale, curl the finger. Saw on the exhale, extend the finger back out. Good. Continue with your practice of Hong Sau. You've lost your concentration off to a train of thought. Come back to your breath and your mantra. Your gaze may have also fallen. Gently uplift your gaze to the point between the eyebrows once again. Good. Now, take an intentional inhale through the nose and a triple exhale through mouth and nose. Let the breath stay out for as long as it wants to. When it wants to return, allow it to do so, but you don't need to pay attention to the breath anymore. Don't need to repeat the mantra or move the index finger anymore. Release the technique. Once again, check in with your gaze, uplifted toward the point between your eyebrows. As you gaze gently upward at the spiritual eye, see yourself in Shavasana, laying on the floor or on the ground outside, wherever you like to be. Let yourself be laying there on your back, fully supported by the ground or the floor beneath you. Your shoulders are fully supported. The back of your head, your palms and inner arms are face up, supported on the ground. And recall that affirmation. Bones, muscles, movement. I surrender now. Anxiety, elation and depression, churning thoughts. All these I give into the hands of peace. Bones, muscles, movement. I surrender now. Anxiety, elation and depression, churning thoughts. All these I give into the hands of peace. As you're laying in Shavasana, visualize yourself surrounded by space, pure, empty space. To your left and to your right, in front, behind, below, and above, pure space. Allow that space to enter at your feet so that your feet become one with that space. And then your lower legs and your upper legs, your hips, your lower abdomen, all one with this space. Your hands, your forearms, your upper arms, your shoulders, chest, back and torso, your neck and throat, your face, your head, your tongue, lips and teeth, your ears, your eyes, your brain. All becomes focused at the point between your eyebrows. Allow yourself to feel the divine presence there as peace. Surrender into this peace. Now, Take a normal breath in and out. Prepare to come back to the space where you are. And when you're ready, let her open your eyes.